Hey guys, welcome to the Play for Life Comics FOC Show for 5/21/22. Give you a quick synopsis of what this is. It's our final order cutoff show. This is our last chance to adjust orders on books coming out 3 to 4 weeks out, and in some cases a little further than that, but we'll cover that when we get to it. We're a local shop in Wake Forest, North Carolina, but we will ship these books. Reach out. We can let you know. We show a select number of these books. There's dozens more every week that we just don't have space or time to show. A great way to look at those is through previewsworld.com or lunardistribution.com. Lunar Distribution covers DC. Previews covers everything else. So Marvel, all your indies, all that stuff. Like I said, we try to pick out cool number ones, possible future keys, and hot covers. So that being said, we're going to jump right into it. And we do have a forum connected. If you go to the link, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, and if you'd rather watch on a different platform that might fit your needs better, we are on both of those as Play for Life Comics. But we do have a forum connected, and through that you can order any of these or other books. You can order 10 copies if it's something you or speculating on, anything like that. So we're going to jump right into it and get started here. All right, and first up from Image Comics, this is coming out 6/15, so just under a month out. Do a Power Bomb #1, Daniel Warren Johnson cover. I love his I call it kind of scratchy, kind of punk rock looking art. It's pretty cool though. Try to get this one right. If I remember right, this is a necromancer is putting out a challenge to female wrestlers to try to come to a battle to the death kind of tournament.
Almost like Mortal Kombat in a sense.
Right. And it was WWE meets, what was the?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. There we go. Killer cover. And if he's doing the interior art, I don't know if you've read his stuff. His Wonder Woman Black Label book was great. Just some cool art, just very, very, very unique. You got a B cover on that, James Herron cover. Image coming soon. That's a great reminder. That's previewsworld.com, and lunardistribution.com is the other one where you can see all these books and more. Seven Sons. This one's a little different. This is another Image Comics. This is a possible second coming of Christ is on the run for his life. And there's 7 different possible second comings. I remember reading a preview a while back in something, and they had taken over Vegas. But Jay Lee does the art, and if you've ever read anything, he did a lot of Stephen King Dark Cat Tower stuff at one point. Just a very different art style, but it's enjoyable. Canto, Tales of the Unnamed World #1. I believe this is the 4th Canto series. Great, pretty kid friendly typically, but you got these little robots running around, and it's a fun read. If you've not checked out the Canto stuff, this is a good jumping on point. I imagine it's going to be a 5 or 6 issue. They typically are with Canto. Dungeons and Dragons Ravenloft #1. As soon as I saw this cover, my first thought was the old 80s movie Reanimator, which was a make of an older H.P. Lovecraft story. Apparently this is Dungeons and Dragons, and they do mention the word reanimation in the description.
Yeah, the heroes reanimated and trying to learn how he was reanimated and by what means and all that sort of body part by body part.
Okay, and so it looks like they're kind of taking a more modern tact on the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, so probably more modern setting, kind of more of that pulp type stuff. So looks like it'll be a good mini series to read, so good jumping on point for that. This is the B cover. I kind of like that old school 20s advertising style they're using there. This is a Bailey Underwood Corin Howe cover. Moving on to the big book of the week, the elephant in the room, as it were. I think there's 11 covers that we're showing, and now we're only showing the what I call open to order covers, so no ratios, no retailer incentives, no store exclusives, anything like. This is the base stuff that you can order as many of these as you want. Now, granted, this is a $10 book, $9.99 cover price. It's Amazing Spider-Man of the current series, number 6. Now, this one's a little further out. This is coming out 7/27, so we're almost into August with this one. But I guess they're trying to get printing numbers because it's a big undertaking when they print a big one like this. Legacy number 900. I feel like we were just at 800 a year or two ago, but they've ran through some numbers. So you got a John Romita, senior, not junior. Apparently,
Yeah, it did not have junior on it, so it's got to be senior.
Yeah, and which I tend to prefer. I'm not a John Romita Jr. fan 9 times out of 10. That's your A cover. Image coming soon for Mark Bagley, another great Spider-Man artist. The Bengal connecting variant. This one's kind of cool. I like. It's a very cartoony look for this one. John Cassaday cover here, and on these we don't do ABC. Marvel tends to do just by the name of the artist, which makes, because they're the only ones that do that, they make it a little confusing, but that's all right. This is probably my favorite. It probably might be my favorite cover out of all the books this week. This is Tauren Clark. Just a great looking Spider-Man flinging through the air kind of cover. Ed McGuinness, image coming soon. Peach Momoko, good looking silk cover there. This one's really good too. This is the Humberto Ramos cover. As we were talking right before we went on to this, it's got a lot of McFarlane vibes to it. Looks like that Spider-Man 1 from way back in the day, from 1991 or whenever that came out. You got kind of a negative space Benjamin Sue cover. Maria Wolf cover. Of course, she's got her following, and it's a pretty cool cover. Scotty Young, of course, you know what to expect from that one. Great cartoony versions of Sinister Six, looks like. This is another good one for the week, guys. This is Miles Morales Moon Girl number 1. And from what we were looking at, apparently it looks like they're going to be a Miles Morales Moon Girl, and then there'll be like an X-Men and Moon Girl, and a couple others like
Avengers.
That there'll probably be one shots that build a larger story. Of course, 2 huge characters that I think are just set to explode in the next couple of years. And of course, Devil Dinosaur's been around forever and a day. So these are all coming out 6/22, so a little over a month from now. You got your Aletha Martinez A cover. Got a Peach Momoko B cover. Todd Nowak headshot, if that's your thing. Brian Lim. Another Tauren Clark cover. Great looking cover. A little on the gruesome side, but good looking cover. This is now we're into Miles Morales, his series. Sorry, guys. Miles Morales 39A cover, Tauren Clark. Now, is this a key on this one, or just some great covers?
No, this is supposed to be about the battle to save, Miles Morales, and the boy that he meets is going to one of those Earths to stop his evil twin. I forget what his name is, that has taken over that universe, and he's got to stop him, or it could end up be the death of Peter Parker.
All right, so you got the Tauren Clark A cover. Russell Dowderman cover, B cover here, the Hellfire Gala stuff. We could not figure out who this character is supposed to be. Maybe Black Widow. If you know, leave in the comments, and do like and share all this stuff, guys. We appreciate that. Like and subscribe on YouTube as well. But killer looking Russell Dowderman cover. He always does a good job. This is your Paco Medina cover. On to Punisher War Journal Blitz number 1 with a Mahmoud Asrar A cover. Jeff DeCall, another one that's been pumping out some great work lately. Todd Nowak headshot variant. Image coming soon. On to Star Wars Crimson Reign 5 of 5. This is the end of this. So if you've been putting those sets of variants together for all that, they've been doing the U covers, the Anandito covers, the Clayton Crane Enemies of the Dawn variants. That one's pretty cool. The Gian Giordano Warriors of Dawn, the Koi Fam Syndicate variants, and the Raza Knights of Ren variants. So if you've been following this stuff, I know a lot of people have been putting the various sets of these variants together. This is where it all ends up. Of course, I'm kind of a fan of the Raza covers myself. Mandalorian #1. I think this thing's going to be huge. Of course, everybody, Mandalorian has become kind of a big crossover hit. Kind of one of the first big things that Disney Plus did. And it really kind of breathed new life into the Star Wars stuff. For people that weren't a big fan of the third trilogy, I think this kind of went back to the original essence of Star Wars. So it in comic form, I think, is going to be a big deal. You got the Adi Granov A cover, which is gorgeous. John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. A Phil Jimenez Pride variant that's yet to be shown. Declan Shalvey cover, image coming soon also. To be determined TV variant. So
I'm assuming it's some kind of photo cover from the show.
So a still shot of that. Again, guys, this book, I get these orders in because I think we'll have a lot anyway, but be good to get the orders in. I think we're going to end up with a lot of ratios for this one. Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters Omnibus. This is something we're trying. We've not put omnibuses and trades and hardcovers and things on this in the past. So we're trying to show you guys some stuff you may be interested in. This collects all the War of the Bounty Hunter stuff that's been going on about the last year or so. It's $100, but it's all of it. Nice. Marvel does these beautiful hardcovers. These are $100 a piece. These are the one thing. Oh, and I didn't mention this last week. We had changed. We are on the single issue books. We're now offering 20% off through FOC. So there's that. We cannot offer that on the omnibuses. The margins are just a little too tight. But $100 a piece on these. You got the Steve McNiven cover and the Lionel Francis Yu DM variant. So there you go. Good chance to get it all in one beautiful thing to set on your shelf. So Samurai Sonia. This is Red Sonia set in feudal Japan. With a gorgeous Lucio Perillo A cover. Of course, one of my, I just love the way he does a cover. He's just great painted work. It's real art, it's good stuff. So you got that as the A cover. A Lyrics B cover coming. Those usually don't disappoint either. Clayton Henry, not an artist I'm overly familiar with. Paulina Ganeshaw. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too bad. And on to Knights of X #1 second printing. There's a Bob Quinn cover on this. Second printing of Knights of X #1. So there you go on that. Samurai Sonia #1 cosplay variant.
That means I made a mistake on the previous slide.
Little clerical error. We'll be all right.
I got the picture right, but obviously I got the name of the book wrong.
Samurai Sonia blank cover. This one seemed pretty wild. This is a Calculated Man #1 from Aftershock Comics. And let me see if I get this right. This is a genius mathematician who is also an accountant for the mob. And basically, he figures out that he can go one of two ways. They kill him eventually, or he ends up in
witness protection.
There we go, witness protection. But he also figured out, being a mathematician, with all his geometry knowledge and whatnot, that he also makes for a pretty good killer. So, this is the kind of thing could go anywhere, but a good jumping on point for that with a Albuquerque cover.
And he does turn on the mafia. That's why they're out to get him.
All right, so he's on the run. Yep, just the only cover on that. And this is Scout Comics, Agents of World #1. This one sounded pretty weird.
It's like the guy's a super soldier in that dimension who's destroyed and fought and killed everything, and finally, has the epiphany, I guess, of life of, is there anything else to life other than just killing everything?
Yeah. Well, there you go. All right. And then Aquaman Flash. Now, this was a cool premise. Apparently, supervillain has taken over. Jay Anceloto, a cover.
Aliens.
All right.
Aliens have come to Earth, and as they came to Earth, they don't say a word, but they produce one sound, one tone that makes everybody on Earth stop motionless.
Except for Flash, because he was in the Speed Force, and Aquaman because he was at the bottom of the ocean. So it's up to them to work together and figure out what's going on. Again, Jay Anceloto, a cover, always does great work. Vasco Georgiev, B cover. This is a 1 of 3. I'm guessing it's a black label. That's my guess on this. They do the oversized, usually magazine, prestige format.
I think this is all actually part of, in a way, Dark Crisis.
Oh, okay. So another crossover.
Like I said, all these baddies are coming to Earth now.
All right. Black Adam. This one also had a cool concept. He's basically tied to another person, where you basically got a hero and a villain in one body, and he's dealing with all that. Great Irvin Rodriguez cover.
Of course, you guys know this is going to have big heat with the movie coming up.
Oh yeah, I think this will be a good one. And there's just not a lot of Black Adam stuff out there, so people chase it whenever they get a chance. Sandoval cardstock cover for $1 more. These are all out $6.22.22. My favorite, the Lucio Perillo cardstock variant. Mikhail Yannin cover. On to Catwoman 44. Now, this is another first, I believe.
Red Claw.
Red Claw. First appearance of Red Claw. Of course, you got the great Jeff DeCall A cover on that. Frisson B cover. On to Dark Crisis Young Justice. This is in the wake of the death of the Justice League. Wonder Girl has gone to the funeral, and all the guys from Young Justice are missing. They seem to be in a alternate dimension kind of thing, and she's got to work to find them. And of course, there's a lot of stuff going on with, now that the Justice League's dead, who's going to step into that mantle. So, maybe some of this will parlay into that. You got a great Todd Nowak B cover on that. I do like these a little better than his headshot covers, just personal opinion. Duo #2, Duo #1 is out tomorrow. Go to your LCS, local comic shop, pick those up. This is the first team appearance of someone going up against Duo, which is someone's essence is trapped in someone else's body, and they're working together to fight stuff. I think I got that right.
Close enough.
You got a Miyazawa B cover. And that wraps us up for the week, guys. Get those orders in for us by Saturday. And if you got any questions, reach out, message us. We'll do what we can. We appreciate you guys, and we will catch you next Tuesday. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.